electric quad. It just came in. It's a new unboxing, so we about to go through both the installation and unboxing process to see this beautiful quad. I'm so excited, man. I hope y'all love it too. Appreciate you for being interested in this new product, because electric quads, they're none around, especially the adult size. So I'm really trying to do something different with this. This is the Flyest quad on the market. You feel me? WASP. Obviously, the first thing we're gonna have to do is start peeling the outside off and see what's under. I think it's a cage, so we'll see. Don't tell nobody, I got my Rambo knife, you know. Let's go get the job done. As you can see, it's wrapped up, it's in a cage, it's protected, but we're gonna have to take apart this cage. We're gonna need a tool bit to unlock this, you feel me? Take these off so that, you know, we can remove the cage. As you can see, the wheels, the WASP logo on the wheels, huge wheels. This is a green one. We have a carbon fiber texture here. Looks really nice, you know what I'm saying? Nice chrome rims. Now, one thing you will need to take this cage off is a 9/16 ratchet wrench. You know what I'm saying? Something like this. This will really get the job done. There's a bunch of bolts around. Just gotta get the job done. Take them off. Shit gonna start moving. Watch out for tetanus, cause there will be some rust. Don't let nothing cut you. So box one is going to have the tools that you can use to take this apart, to take the cage apart and to put the ATV together. We also have the owner's manual. We're going to get that branded ASAP. Just believe that, don't even worry. And then we have the battery instruction manuals. Please keep for your reference. So let's see what's in the second box. Oh yeah, the long box has your rearview mirrors in it. Crucial. You know what I'm saying? If you plan on getting this registered, you're gonna need your side view mirrors, without a doubt. Now the ATV is tied down to the base with steel wires, so you'll have to kind of uncoil them with your hands. It takes a little bit of time and patience, but don't trip, it's not that hard. Just unwind it, don't even worry. If you have a set of wire cutters, very crucial, saves a lot of time. Second box has a lithium-ion battery. It has the adapter for the US, so we good. We so you can take a look at it. I'm very excited. One thing to be mindful of when you're mounting the spoiler is there are going to be 2 sets of bolts on each side, here and here. Try to get the washers in between, and you'll have to tighten it on both sides. I haven't tightened the bolt yet. You see on this side, you see, yeah, both sides. And you see the washer back there. Got to tighten these up. I used 2 ratchet wrenches. The 10 and the 11 worked out pretty well for me. Well, 13, sorry. 10 and 13. Now we got the spoiler on solid. See that? Real good. The tail light needs to be plugged up to the connector right there. I can't do it with 2 hands, but you see what needs to be done. It's already sitting there. So I had to tilt it on its back. I had to be a little creative because I need to put the guard on the front, but also raise it up so that I can get the wheels on. So as you can see, it's lifted up. It's balanced pretty well. We're getting after it. First tire on. I got a little makeshift jack here. I put a rim that I had from a different car underneath. Put a sheet of plywood over it so that we can get it up in the air so we can add the tires. We had to take all the lug nuts off of the existing caliber. It looked like this before. Take these nuts off and then fit the tire on, and now the tire's on, I'm gonna have to take this connector, remove this pin, I have to pull this pin out and then put it in this hole here, and then put the pin back in and screw it back in, and then the steering wheel will be connected to the tire. So we got the front tires on, and next we're going to connect the handlebars. And the handlebars have these kind of brackets that connect like this over the handlebars, and you connect the speedometer in between this. You sandwich it in between there as well. Stay tuned. So for one, I strongly recommend having a jack. My jack just decided to break on me the day I decided to put this thing together. So we're doing makeshift. I have a rim sitting under there. If you can find any kind of lifted surface that's strong, about at least a foot high, you can maneuver and navigate to put this thing together. If you have 2 people, it's definitely easier for sure. But if you're by yourself, you got the makeshift or get a jack. If you have a jack, it should be easy, smooth sailing. Just got this back tire on, so I'm about to get the other side on. I have to shift it over, but so far it's looking good. Make sure you give yourself space to put on this tire because these holes are very small. You need to fit exactly this size while carrying the tire. Like I said, if you can have a partner help you, please do it. If you can't, you in for a hell of a ride, I'll tell you that. All right, we got the tires on, check it out. That boy look clean, let me tell you. Got the wide bodies in the back. Now it's time for me to tighten up the bolts on the rims. I'm still using 11x16, but I have an extension. I recommend you get a tool set. Probably need that anyway, but you know, definitely gonna help put this together for sure. So it's been a couple of hours. I got it put together. I still have to put on the rear view mirrors, the little fins that go behind where you put your feet. But I have the tires locked in. I just have to air them up. I have the fat tire in the back, skinnier tire in the front. It's looking good. Yeah. Stay tuned. So, a few things that I've noticed and learned about the quad and tinkering with it and learning a little bit more about what does which. So, if you see this lever right here, this lever, I followed the line, and follow the line, it goes to this here. Make sure that you tighten the bolt so that it goes all the way across. When I had this part right here wasn't even connected to here. It was just hanging. But if you have it connected, you get a different advantage. So if you follow the line back to the lever, let me see if I can pull the lever. You pull the lever and watch this. You see it releases tension or gains tension. So I noticed that when you pull the lever, it allows you to harness more power in a shorter amount of time. So basically, if you pull that lever down or up, I forget which, you'll experiment. It'll allow you to do wheelies. It doesn't give you full speed, but it gives you the power to do wheelies. So that is very fun. Just keep that in mind as you are putting your quads together. That's what this connects to. So, you know, power versus speed. Another thing to be mindful of when you're putting together your WASP is these right here, the steering bolts. I'm not sure what they're called, I'll look that up later. But make sure that you tighten this bolt and you tighten this bolt. So this bolt here, these two bolts need to be really tight. This is what causes the steering wheel not to shake when you're going really fast. As you can see, it's on both sides, so you have to do it on both sides respectively. The tighter it is and the more tension you create, the less shakiness happens when you're driving at high speeds. So you'll have to experiment a little bit to find exactly what works best for your specific quad. But for me, I try my best to extend it as much as possible and tighten it as much as possible. And now when I turn the steering wheel, it doesn't shake. It's just free and controlling. It's exactly what you need when you're going at high speeds. All in all, I love this quad. I can't wait for you guys to try it out. I think, especially as you put it together, you'll connect with it a little more and, you know, feel a little bit more empowered because you were the one that assembled the wheels, the steering wheel, the spoiler, and the front guard. Another tip to be mindful of is when you're installing the steering wheel to add the LCD speedometer under the bolts instead of on top. You can add it here, here, or underneath. If you add it here, it looks tacky because it's a metal sheet basically. So it's gonna just be sitting there and it's not aesthetically pleasing. So install it first and then attach the bolts. The last tip that I have is regarding the battery. So as you'll see here, the main power connector is right here. If you switch this, it turns on. And then you stick the key in to actually get the ATV going. But when you're charging, the charge port is here on the left side. They say to always plug the charger in first and then plug it into the wall. So don't do the opposite. Don't plug into the wall and then plug it into the outlet. Plug it into the outlet, plug it into the charger port, and then plug it into an outlet. If you do these things, you're gonna have a great time, god damn it. I promise you. I have been acting a fool on this thing. Yes, sir. WASP electric quads.